Again, about the definition of empowerment, I see that the word empowerment and community strengthening appears a lot in the lexicon of Kudumbashree.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of empowerment for Kudumbashree? How would you define it?
Actually, empowerment in the sense is that it is not mere economic empowerment. That is, a woman should be supported, have some sort of hand-holding support should be provided to come out of poverty. This is not the aim of Kudumbashree actually.
Okay.
When we speak about economic empowerment, a woman or a woman should have the right to claim for her rights. That is, she should demand her rights, if it is in the family or it is in the society. For example, if a woman wants to buy something, if you take the case of Kudumbashree women or the Indian woman in general, her majority of her earnings will go for her children's needs actually, for their education, for their marriage, for their clothing purposes, etc. Even if her husband is a drunkard, the whole responsibility of taking the family is vested upon that particular woman. Even if it is a drunkard husband, she does not do anything against her husband actually. She suffers everything and takes care of her children. So what we want is that she should fight for her own rights, also taking care of her children. So the empowerment should be social empowerment. That is, if a person wants something, she should be able to communicate it to the society, not through her husband. She can directly go to the panchayat that I don't have house, or we don't have street lights. This is our requirement. So there should be some voice for these women in the society as well as in the family. There should be empowerment economically. That is, her financial needs should be addressed, as well as her social needs should be addressed, as well as she should be empowered as a woman.
So that's why you're working so much against domestic violence and against specifically, I mean, honestly speaking, this is the first time that I hear in the Kerala anti-poverty mission a specific program about sexual violence.
Yeah, sure.
What are the main outcomes of that program?
Actually, so sexual violence, or the program Nirphaya now, it is being implemented recently, and we cannot say that a certain outcome, we cannot say possible outcome actually. But the thing is that when we thought of implementing such a program, the support, for example, what we done is we took Palapura as a pilot one actually. The support received from the community as well as the panchayat is very overwhelming, because every woman or children definitely will be facing some sort of physical violence or sexual violence, either while she travels, or when she travels alone in the bus, or when she travels alone in a particular narrow roads or something like that. Even children are not safe. Majority of the women are now not willing to go for NREGS or for entrepreneurship, or they are not willing to travel outside their panchayat because they think that their children are not safe. They are also facing some problems, and the children are not aware that they are facing some sort of violence itself. They won't be able to communicate it to their mother or to the society. So the support, or when we thought about implementing such a program, the support of the community itself was very overwhelming, because they say that such things are happening in our panchayat, we do not know what to do actually. So definitely we think that there will be positive outcomes from this program.
Okay. And in terms of the domestic violence program, you were saying that women in the community actually talk to each other about it.
Yeah, sure.
So it's, what is the level of confidence that they have in speaking about such problematic points?
Actually, I will give you one example. We as part of Kudumbashree anniversary, we have certain social gatherings of the Community Development Society, and we conducted district level in some district at the end of Kudumbashree anniversary. That is, anniversaries are often celebrated in their respective CDS as well as at the district level, and we conduct it at the state level. So in that state level meetings, there is a platform for women to share the experience, what they gain after coming to Kudumbashree. Whether it can be economic empowerment, it can be socially what happens to them, or as a person, what they feel after coming to Kudumbashree, what they achieved. It can be personal or it can be something like that. So in one of the cases, a woman shared that she was actually she had two children, two daughters actually, and she is facing domestic violence from a husband who is a drunkard actually. She does not know what to do. The majority of his earnings will be spent to liquor or something like that, and she is not taking care of her family. And when this situation becomes worse, she thought of committing suicide with her children. So the neighborhood groups or her sisters in the neighborhood family come to rescue her. That is, one day when he began to beat his wife, these women come forward and ask him to stop it. If he didn't do that, and if he does the same mistake once again, he will be handed to police. This was a decision of the women in the society. So from that day onwards, he didn't beat his sister. Even though he continued his alcoholic character, but he didn't beat her. So this type of sharing or this type of intervening in one's issues are very common in neighborhood groups, because they do not think that it is a shame to say such things to the society or to the people in the neighboring areas actually. They think that they will get some support from the society itself.